What's going on, Investomaniacs? Your boy, a Night Rider, right here. And today we're going to be talking about Intel, NVIDIA, and AMD. Intel is an American technology company. You've probably heard of it, given that it's one of the largest producers of chip technology in the world. Intel makes the components which make computers work: semiconductor chips, flash memory, graphics chips, etc. Although Intel is a huge and recognizable company, it hasn't been faring particularly well in the innovation department as of late, and it's looking fairly stagnant compared to smaller competitors like AMD, which it's growing like a weed right now. Lisa Su has done a fantastic job turning the sinking ship AMD around since she became CEO in 2014. Much of Lisa Su's success has been attributed to her ability to hold stuff. You know, she can hold big stuff, she can hold small stuff, she can hold stuff with her right hand, she can hold stuff with her left hand, she can hold stuff in a business suit, she can hold stuff in a t-shirt, she can hold stuff in a Jensen Huang jacket, she can double fist stuff. Anyway, a quick bit of information for context. In the processor game, the smaller the nanometer node, the more efficient the device. Right now, Intel's smallest processor is the 10 nanometer Ice Lake processor, which is scheduled to be released in a couple months. And that's after several years of delays. The first 10 nanometer chips were supposed to ship back in 2016. It is impressive tech, although it should be noted that the chips are only compatible with mobile devices like laptops. They're not intended for desktops. The announcement of the Ice Lake line should have been a victory for Intel, but their new tech has been overshadowed by the fact that AMD, the much smaller competitor, already has 10 nanometer processors and 7 nanometer processors, which Intel says it won't start producing until 2021. But if their ability to stay on track and on schedule for the 7 nanometer processor is anything like their 10 nanometer chip, you probably won't see Intel pushing a 7 nanometer chip until around Skynet takes over. Intel's ability to keep up with the competition has been predictably bad for business. Talks are in place about Microsoft potentially abandoning Intel's chip technology for their Surface Pro laptops in favor of the competing company like AMD or potentially Qualcomm. Analysts have also been calling for Apple to ditch Intel for its mobile and desktop computers, which would be a big blow to Intel since they've already lost Apple's mobile modem business to Qualcomm earlier this year. As is the case with most companies that fall behind in innovation, Intel is compensating by promoting and focusing on reliability and user-friendly products. Their newly announced Project Athena is an attempt to create laptop components that emphasize things like battery life, which is often overlooked, and that is an important aspect to the average consumer. Athena is a smart way for Intel to play off its reputation for reliability, and if all goes as planned, it could be the ticket toward Intel's resurgence. Intel is cheap, trading at just over 11 times earnings and a 2.52% dividend, which only represents a low 27% payout ratio with the trailing 12-month on that basis. While not as competitive as they once were, they're still modestly growing the top and bottom line. Having said that, competition is heating up. And right now, my fear over potential lost business outweighs my desire to hop on this train simply because it is cheap. Let's move on to NVIDIA, as well as their battle with AMD. NVIDIA is a technology company which specializes in the creation of GPUs, or graphics processing units. These devices allow for interactive graphics to function on computers and are often used for things such as gaming and image processing. NVIDIA's GPU technology is noted for its high quality and impressive performance, and the company is obviously interested in keeping that reputation afloat. NVIDIA recently stunned viewers by making a 3D recreation of the 1969 moon landing using real-time ray tracing technology. It's the fact that this video I'm about to show you a few seconds of, the ray tracing, right? The lighting, the shadows, this is all done with real-time computing. I can't show you too much because I think I'll get like demonetized or something like that. But this is an extreme level of detail for ray tracing. The products NVIDIA provides are accepted to be top-notch, but on the business level, they have had a rocky past few months. AMD is NVIDIA's chief competition at the moment, and although their new RX 5700 GPU line does not match the performance of NVIDIA's RTX 2080, AMD's products are significantly cheaper. AMD's RX 5700 GPU is $350 compared to NVIDIA's RTX 2080, which is around $710. This price gap was exacerbated by AMD due to their earlier announcement of fake higher prices for their own RX 5700 chip. An interesting and sly move intended to result in NVIDIA feeling comfortable releasing their RTX 2080 at a higher price. The move evidently paid off, resulting in the RTX 2080, that's NVIDIA's chip, coming out at a higher than anticipated price point, and then AMD kind of even more than expected undercut the price point, and they released their RX 5700 $50 cheaper than they previously announced. That's pretty kick butt and some pretty fierce competition on AMD's part. I like that coming from AMD. Competition in the field of GPUs is hot at the moment, and while NVIDIA is still, they clearly have the best chips, but of course, they're also a lot more expensive, and AMD does look to be a better bang for the buck in some cases. And for the time being, NVIDIA looks like it will continue to dominate many aspects of the bleeding edge graphic tech, such as real-time ray tracing. But AMD is quickly becoming a fierce competitor. NVIDIA's showdown with AMD will certainly be entertaining and worth keeping an eye on. I like both AMD and NVIDIA right here, right now. AMD is going to be your higher risk, higher potential reward play, but they're both a buy. Hey guys, that's it for this video. I put my portfolio up for full disclosure. I really appreciate the likes, comments, and subs. Thank you so much. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my calls, or if you have any other stocks you'd like me to cover. May the market be with you.